Well, good morning. Probably wondering where I've been the last 2 weeks. I've been in the woods, in the Cascade Mountains, working, building things, connecting with nature, with source, all that good stuff. So I get back into town, and shit's going down. Shit is hitting the fan. Mostly with Charlie Kirk. Most of my friends have so many different opinions. My clients have been talking about it. There's so many emotions flying around. And I thought I'd make a video. I didn't really plan on making a video like this. I have no idea what I'm going to say. But I think it's very important right now for everybody to find and remain centered and not get swayed by those emotions that pull us away, pull us into the dungeon. Where do emotions come from? Our emotions come from our belief systems. If you have certain beliefs that cause certain emotions, it is your duty, your absolute duty, to become aware of these beliefs, to investigate these beliefs, and find out where they came from, and if you still want to hold those beliefs dear. The way you do this is not with a piece of paper. It's not pulling up a Google Doc, typing up one column, typing up another column, and thinking about it and going through. Fuck all that shit. Here's how you do it. Instead of looking for belief systems, like a particular one, like you have a belief that you'd like to investigate, don't do that. Because there may be a more important belief that you're missing. The way you allow these beliefs to bubble up is through meditative practices. In meditation, when you're separate from your analytical mind and your beliefs and thinking systems, the beliefs that need to be addressed first will bubble up. You do nothing. You do nothing. There's literally nothing to do. You relax into it. You relax into your center, and you allow things to bubble up, and you acknowledge them, and you allow them to show you what is there. And then you don't think about it. You don't just dilly-dally about it. You allow things to be. You stay centered. That is the purpose of the meditative practice. After meditation, then you can go back in and think about how those emotions, how those beliefs affected your life. During the meditation, allow it to show you which ones to acknowledge first. Because it's so confusing, especially when shit hits the fan and emotions are flying. There's no fucking way you can dig through the bullshit and find out the most important things that you need to take care of in your life and your existence first. So my message to you is to allow your emotions to be, and allow them to bubble up, and allow them to be. Do not judge them. Allow them to be. If you involve yourself with these emotions, that is where you change your life. Your life will change according to how you've collectively, in your mind, latched onto these emotions and created more beliefs, more, set in stone identity for yourself. It's time to release that. It's time to say, fuck this. Fuck this. What is really running the show here? What is really running the show? You can't figure that out in this 3D waking life. It's not going to fucking happen. You have to disconnect. By disconnecting, you have access. This world that you see with your open eyes is a fact less than 5% of what we are and what we experience. Less than 5%. Anything out there that emotionally affects you and you allow it to is so minute to the big picture. That is why weak men fail all the goddamn time. They allow the external world to delegate their existence, who they are, how they feel. And then from there, it gets even deeper. The freaking echo chambers of the media. Algorithms will feed you not the opposite of what you believe, but exactly what you've been looking for. Instead of what we should be doing is questioning ourselves, looking at alternative beliefs and systems of other people, and seeing if we agree with that, instead of just denying it. Let's get back to the subject here. When you are able to fucking center, those emotions that you feel are just there. They don't affect you at the core. That's the purpose of this. If you're going through it, and I know a lot of you people are, a lot of people are just losing their shit right now. The anger, the rage, the sadness, the hope. Think about it. What if you were to remove yourself from all of that and actually see the path clearly? One of my all-time favorite forms of meditation, Vipassana meditation, it translates to see things clearly with one's eye, I believe. That's what meditation teaches you. That's why it's so important. I have a free one in the description. Grab it. It'll get you in that centered state. It's freaking free. I made it so people don't have to live controlled by emotions, external circumstances. It's important that we remove ourselves from that aspect of ourselves. I'm not saying completely deny yourself, because it is a part of our existence, but you need to separate yourself from it to see clearly, because emotions are truly the driving force of our life. That is true. And removing yourself from them doesn't do away with them. It allows you to see clearly. The first thing I did when I came back into town, and I looked at all the messages on my phone, and I looked at all the emails that I had, because I don't care about media. I don't watch any media. I don't watch any TV or news or any of that shit. So literally, if nobody would have told me, I would never have known what was going on in the world. Take that as you will. That's how I do it. That's my life. I knew as soon as I read that stuff, and I know the people that I surround myself with. I know them well, and I know exactly what they're thinking. I know what they're thinking, and I know how emotions can run wild like a fucking rabid dog and scare us into a corner until we submit to that emotion, and then it becomes a part of our identity. The people I hang out with are very spiritual. I would call them spiritual. I mean, I don't even, they're just spiritual dudes. They're spiritual dudes. They're warriors like us. They're fighting the fight every day. But it gets easier. Don't think I'm not, I'm not trying to go ballistic on you. It's not a fucking war every day in the world. Oh my God, it's fight or flight. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. But I know that they're going to ask me for guidance, because that's what we do with each other. They ask me, I ask them. We all know our specialties. Okay. And I know that I'm the one that's going to be questioned on this. And here's what I've so far been telling people. Exactly what I've been explaining here. You have to separate yourself from the emotion first. Allow it to be. Don't deny it or barricade it. Stuff it down, suppress it. No. You allow it to be. You just do not involve yourself with it. You allow it to be. Step away from it. Find your true center. You know? If it seems hard, if it seems impossible, that is your fucking green light to start acknowledging that you need to take action and change your life for the better. If you want to help your fellow man, my advice to you would be to absolutely don't baby them with their emotions. I want you to question. Even if you agree with them, question. Because it will force you to question your own beliefs. That's where we are in this world. We need to question ourselves. We need to separate and be truly alive. I think the greatest thing that happens when you start truly waking up, having spiritual awakenings, and going through all this that we speak of, you learn, at least for me, I was floored by how programmed I was. And I thought that I was living my life as the least programmed people of society. And I didn't realize it until I stepped away, until I really put in the spiritual work. And I stepped away and I started to learn who I truly was, what this universe is, what is going on from a metaphysical, spiritual standpoint. It was a tough cookie for me to swallow. I could not believe how controlled and warped I was. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Once you get past these hurdles and you start to truly grow, you truly start to grow, your life will change. It will change in ways you could never even imagine. I know that from experience. This whole channel is based on my experiences and what I've done and what I've gone through to truly heal myself from a lot of bad things that some people have had it worse. Some people haven't had it as bad as me. I know. But for those people that I can help, I'm going to help them. I'm going to fucking help them. If you're beyond this video, if you think this is like preschool knowledge, that's cool, man. That is fucking awesome because you've elevated to another level. And there's dudes and gals above me talking about way more deep shit than this. This is the standard that all humans need to go through in the beginning to get to that, to get to the freaking mountain, man. And most people will not. They don't care. Comfort zone is your killer, my friend. You got some wind. I'll cover up the mic. Hopefully it's not super loud. All right. I want you to take the advice I've given you today. Step away from yourself. Truly step away from yourself. Step away from the media. Look at how much you are absolutely controlled by the media. You need to know what happens next. What did the court say? What did the judge say? What did the fucking FBI director say? Constantly watching content that does not serve you in any fucking way. In any way. That is why you need to step away from yourself. You have no idea how absolutely controlled and warped you are until you absolutely do that in a authentic manner. Like, you have to do it for you in a just unapologetically authentic way. You have to. My friend, the beginning is always the end. And the end is always the beginning. Because there's no start and finish. It's infinite. You are an infinite being. Stop acting so weak. The world doesn't need you to be weak. The world doesn't need you to be emotional. The world needs you to be a man.